and welcome to Day 2 of Ontario Presents Virtual Networking Series 2024. My name is Devanshi Mishra, and I'm the Slow Touring Project Coordinator at Ontario Presents. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a practicing dance artist and an arts administrator. I'm your host for this year's Artist Showcase. We're so excited to welcome you to the Theater for Young Audiences Showcase. Today is the second day of our 3-day artist showcase, and we will be viewing the work of 10 unbelievable young audience creatives. Each of these artists were selected by a jury of your peers, presenters from touring arts sector in Ontario. Ontario Presents honors past, present, and future Indigenous peoples as the original stewards and caretakers of the land we present, showcase, and engage upon. Recognizing embedded colonial structures in the performing arts sector, including ways of thinking and knowing, inspires our ongoing responsibility to decolonize our work practices, to remain committed to Indigenous resurgence and reclamation, as well as platform the stories of Black, people of color, deaf, disabled, and LGBTQ voices across the province. Today's wonderful showcases would not be possible without each artist, agent, and manager. We're also grateful to our funders, the Department of Canadian Heritage, the Ontario Arts Council, and the Canada Council for the Arts. Each artist presented today will be presenting a 5-minute pre-recorded video showcase. Closed captions are available for today's presentation. Today's showcase will run for about 60 minutes, and you can view each artist's website, the schedule, and the lineup for each showcase in the digital handout you received and on our website at ontariopresents.ca. Our first showcase artist, Axis Theatre, recognizes their privilege in creating plays for young people on the unceded ancestral lands of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh peoples. For nearly 5 decades, their productions have toured throughout British Columbia, across North America, and overseas, entertaining the young and the young at heart. Their shows blend puppetry, music, dance, clowning, improv, and text to deliver high-caliber, award-winning theater. Original, heartwarming, and relevant, Axis Theatre is dedicated to enriching the lives of their audiences through power of live performance.
My name is Escuello. Je suis une femme. I come from the stars, and my home is the night sky. I come from generations and generations of stories about the star people. And this is my buffalo, Les Buffalo. It is the year 1830. It is 1885. It is the year 1915.
It's 1925.
1935.
It is the year 2024. I am 16 years old. I grew up in a farm on the heart of Treaty 6, which is now known as Alberta.
Squirrel!
Nephew! I thought you were chasing stars for one more night.
I was starting to think you forgot about me.
I would never forget about you.
John! Have you heard the story of how he met Marie?
Yes, Marie saw him from her sweetgrass garden and immediately fell in love with him. She was skinning a rabbit and she dropped it because she thought he was so handsome.
As if.
That's the story!
No, that's not how the story goes.
Okay, what's your version?
She was praying in her sweetgrass garden and he scared her.
Mon Dieu.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Je m'appelle Louis.
Et moi, Marie?
Bonjour, Marie. Can you take me to the buffalo hunters?
That's me.
I mean the men. Could you take me to the men who are the buffalo hunters?
What? Women don't hunt buffalo where you're from?
There isn't buffalo where I'm from.
Marcy, mon ami! I don't hear any kids coming home before they're 18. Do you? When the buffalo roam free, we never lacked anything.
Now that the buffalo are gone, we are reliant on the Canadian state for most things.
I want our language back. I want my river back. I want our buffalo back.
That's not how the story goes.
It is so! And then she took him buffalo hunting, and he fell in love with her.
I think he took her buffalo hunting.
What? No. The woman used to do the buffalo hunting too. What, you didn't know that?
Of course I did!
But those are just stories, right?
Well, I think they might be real.
Where Have All the Buffalo Gone is a new Axis Theatre play for young people, grades 4 through grade 12. The play was written by Métis Cree Haudenosaunee playwright Ty Amy Grauman and premiered in Vancouver in April 2024. Ty completed her graduate work telling the stories of her ancestors, specifically from the matriarchal point of view within her own family history. The play follows two star people that fall to earth and continually find each other throughout history. The earthly characters enact scenes during the fur trade around 1830, the Red River Rebellion in 1885, and conscription in World War I. The two souls run from their residential school and in 1935 publicly oppose the Indian Act. In present-day 2024, two Métis teenagers find camaraderie in their very different interpretations of the stories they've been told about their common history. And throughout, the ever-present love and kinship for the buffalo is represented by a lifelike buffalo puppet. 3 self-identifying Indigenous actors and 1 stage manager will arrive with set, props, and costumes. The 55-minute performance has a 2.5-hour load-in and a 1-hour load-out. The set is a shadow puppetry screen and individual set pieces. Sound is run through a laptop plugged into your house sound system. We require simple lighting setup and 1 or 2 technicians to run the show. This season is packed with 3 tours in Western Canada, finishing at the Vancouver International Children's Festival. Make 2025-26 your year to bring this meaningful original production to your audiences.
Founded in 2011 in Calgary, Alberta, our next presentation of Bach Tots is a one-of-a-kind program that creates performing arts experiences for children ages 0 to 6 and their grown-ups. As an arts company dedicated to what is known as arts for the early years, they have toured throughout Alberta, Canada, and internationally for festivals and events. They have traveled as far as Manana, Bahrain, and Ireland to share their work and story. Bach Tots is continually praised for its originality, welcoming, and fuss-friendly atmosphere for infants and young children, and an interactive spirit as they always invite families to the stage after every performance for dance and playtime activities. In 2021, Bach Tots launched Bach Tots Academy, a learning and development resource for educators and teaching artists working in early childhood education.
Imagine a world where the love for arts begins at the cradle. Welcome to Bach Tots Performing Arts, where we're not just creating shows, we're cultivating lifelong patrons of the arts, beginning with baby's first smile.
At Bach Tots, we know how to grow an audience from infancy. It's literally what I've done. As artistic director and founder, I started the company when my first child was just 6 months old, and now I have one in the tech booth running sound, and the other one doing social media and making costumes in between her busy marching band schedule.
My vision from the start was to invite families with babies, toddlers, and young children to experience live performing arts that are interactive, curiosity-invoking, and most importantly, fuss-friendly. Bach Tots offers a relaxed introduction to the performing arts where big feelings are embraced, not discouraged. But here's the real magic. We're not just welcoming children, we're creating a multi-generational audience where parents, grandparents, and caregivers from all walks of life participate in the arts together. It's a shared experience that bridges generations and cultures, fostering a love for the arts that spans lifetimes. Zoo Dance introduces 4 dancing friends: the precise peacock, the sociable yellow bird, the patient turtle, and the demanding tiger. One day, storms and floods unsettle their sanctuary, and the animals must work together to save their beloved home. Integrating classical ballet, Latin jazz, Afro-Caribbean, and South Asian dance elements, Zoo Dance gently explores themes of displacement, problem solving, how unique personalities can work together, and how we all have something to contribute in times of need. The production features a diverse cast, showcasing a rich tapestry of world dance and music styles. This multicultural approach not only introduces families to global artistic expression, but also helps children from all ethnic backgrounds see themselves represented on stage. After the show, children are invited on stage for creative movement activities with the artists. Zoo Dance features original music by the award-winning Canadian composer Chris Andrew and is best enjoyed when performed with a live quartet. This interactive element and live musical accompaniment further enhances the immersive experience, allowing young audience members and their grown-ups to engage deeply with the performance. This performance features a 25-minute show followed by 20 minutes of interactive activities for the audience. Our touring company includes 4 dancers, 1 stage manager, and a live band of 4 musicians. But collaborations with Ontario-based artists may be possible to reduce the cost of travel. Zoo Dance is suitable for various indoor and outdoor venues with a preference for a dance floor setup. Setup time is approximately 60 minutes, and strike time is also approximately 60 minutes. During a Bach Tots residency, we offer a variety of supplementary arts education programs to enrich the experience. This includes parent-taught play workshops, engage in interactive movement sessions with our dance crew, designed for parents and toddlers to explore creativity together. School shows. We offer performances tailored for grades K to 3, bringing the magic of Zoo Dance to elementary school audiences. Music education workshops. Led by our esteemed music educator, Samantha Whalen-Kokes, and members of the music team, these workshops cater to students from kindergarten to grade 3. Additionally, educators can access digital resources from our Bach Tots Academy e-learning library. These resources are designed to help support the Zoo Dance curriculum outside of the performance, ensuring a comprehensive learning experience for students and teachers alike that extend beyond the performance. By making the arts accessible and enjoyable for the youngest members of our society, we're not just filling seats today, we're ensuring full houses for generations to come. We look forward to bringing a signature Bach Tots experience to the families in your community.
Up next, Bouge de la is one of the rare professional dance companies in Quebec devoted exclusively to creating dance presentations for children aged from 13 to 12 years old. By fusing dance with other artistic disciplines such as video, theater, and shadow play, the company offers contemporary dance performances full of humor and poetry. Perhaps you have seen one of the company's past performances, such as the 26-letter dance, Through My Eyes, or Glitch, A Cloud in My Tummy is the 10th dance piece by Bouge de la. To date, the company has given over 1,500 performances and conducted some 5,000 dance workshops that have reached hundreds of thousands of children across Canada.
Hi, my name is Hélène Langevin. I found Bouge de la in 2000 to create dance performance, especially for children. With Bouge de la, my aim is to offer kids a joyful dance experience and to give them the occasion to dance. In addition to my artistic work, I've been teaching creative dance to kids for over 40 years. I have a deep understanding of my young audience.
Hello, I'm Audrey Bergeron. I've performed in 2 of the pieces Hélène created for Bouge de la. I also created my own dance shows, and I'm a hypnotherapist alongside of my artistic career. A few years ago, I convinced Hélène in a very subtle way to invite me to co-create Glitch, and I'm now company's choreographer.
Glitch has been a huge success and will soon be touring in other Canadian provinces. Today, we're excited to introduce our second and newest co-creation, A Cloud in My Tummy. This new piece that was presented for the first time just last September explored the themes of emotions. This 50-minute show is intended for children from 5 to 12 years old. A Cloud in My Tummy is a journey into the true nature of feelings.
During my artistic research, I met Margot, a young girl whose unique imagination and sensitivity really moved me. Her story became the heart of the show, leading children into an immersive experience. This fall, we'll be adapting the piece and Margot's story for an English-speaking audience. It will be ready for presentation outside of Quebec by fall 2025.
Over our 25-year history, Bouge de la has produced and presented 10 dance pieces in hundreds of theaters across Canada. We also held thousands of workshops in schools. In addition to their cultural journey, this special interaction with the artists give children a positive and all-round experience of dance.
In the near future, we would love to bring A Cloud in My Tummy to primary schools and families in Ontario.
A Cloud in My Tummy is an invitation to let yourself be swept away with joy,
or to feel your stomach churn by disgust,
or to shiver with fear,
to feel sadness tighten your heart, or to let anger rise up.
But most of all, it is an invitation to be surprised by the power of dance. Contact Yael Azoulay and reserve now your spot for the next artistic season.
Hi, my name is Yael Azoulay. I'm dance director and agent at Agence Résonance. We're really excited to take on the booking of well-established dance company Bouge de la. If you need information on their new wonderful work, you can visit our website at agenceresonance.com, and please reach out to us if you have any questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time and attention.
We hope to hear from you soon. Bye.
Up next, Michael Harrison presents Ventastic. Michael is an extraordinarily talented ventriloquist, puppeteer, and master showman who combines his many talents to create this laugh-out-loud one-man tour de force. He has been seen on America's Got Talent and over 3,500 performances on Disney Cruise Line. Michael channels the talents of his legendary great-grandfather, a renowned vaudeville ventriloquist, to create a refreshing, up-to-date twist on this long-lost art form. Watch as he turns ventriloquism upside down with original puppets and one-of-a-kind routine. In this new touring show, Michael focuses on the skill involved in mastering this unique art form and the many aspects of creativity and imagination used to bring show to life. Michael challenges his young audiences to pursue their dreams and passions no matter how unconventional they may be. It's fantastic ventriloquism. It's fantastic.
Hello, my name is Michael Harrison, and this is my show, Ventastic, Reimagining the Art of Ventriloquism. My show packs small and plays big. I've been performing it for a number of years, including appearances on America's Got Talent and over 20 years and 3,500 performances on Disney Cruise Line. Now, I travel with one tech, and we pretty much run the whole show from backstage via our laptop and QLab. Now, touring season, pretty much year-round. We have a lot more information about the show and video clips on my website, funnyguy.ca. But in the meantime, sit back, relax, and enjoy these clips from my show, Ventastic.
Good evening, Mr. Tennis Ball.
Hello.
Yes, I love this guy. I haven't seen this show before. It's quite good. And how are you doing tonight?
What's that?
Can you hear me?
No.
No?
No.
You can't hear it?
No.
Why can't you hear me?
Your fingers are stuck in my ears. Yeah, I'm a puppet.
Right. Can you tell them what you do when you're not in our show?
I play tennis.
Tell them what I do.
He's a hypnotist.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, come on, hypnotist me.
No. I can't hypnotize you.
Aren't you any good?
No. Not a hypnotist.
Are you sure?
Yes. A hypnotist puts his audience to sleep. Okay.
You're quite good.
All right, will you stop it? I'm the guy who talks to the tennis ball.
Well, you need counseling.
No, it's called ventriloquism.
It's called a cry for help.
No. Why don't you like playing tennis?
They hit me too hard.
What?
I just a little tennis ball. Nobody cares.
I care. I don't think you do. I do. You seem very upset right now. Is that why you look so sad?
No, you cut me this way.
Where's your girlfriend live?
Center court?
Yeah. Center court?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yes. What is your girlfriend's name?
Annette.
Say goodbye to the tennis racket.
See you in court.
Okay. Start by taking this eye right here. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm trying to make you happy. It ain't working.
You ripped my eye off.
It's right there.
Yeah.
You see it?
Not very well.
Step number 2. Take the second eye. Oh, you did it again. It's right there. See that one?
Uh-huh.
Here's looking at me. Yes.
The show's a total rip-off.
All right. Step 3. Simply take your tennis ball, turn them right side up. Match score tonight, love. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. We'll see you again. Goodbye, everybody.
So you feeling good tonight?
I don't feel good.
Oh, what's the matter?
I think I got the frog flu.
What is the frog flu?
I don't know, but it feels like you got a frog stuck in my throat. Listen.
There's so many songs about rainbows and rocks on the other side. What would you like as a present tonight for being the star of the show? I prefer cash. What? I
cash. Cash. I like cash. Show me the money. Cash, cash, something named cash. How much do you need to be the puppet? $1,000. What? I have $1,000. Come on, something named make it rain. Make it rain.
You can make or anything with your hands?
Make it rain. Rain on the audience. Rain on Paul, my dear.
Our next showcasing artist, Chris McCool, is hailed as Canada's greatest eco-troubadour for young people and has reached over 1 million children in concert with his original songs from his appearances on Mr. Dressup, YTV's Treehouse, and CBC in the past 2 decades. Part musical performance, part environmentalism, and 100% fun, Earth, Seas, and Air is fully interactive and gets kids singing, dancing, and talking about caring for the earth. In recognition of taking his audiences beyond the 3 R's of ecology to a new level of understanding of our global connection to forests, air, water, and animals, Chris has been awarded the Green Toronto Award for Excellence and the Environment Canada Action Award for commitment to environmental activism through music. Chris's ability to delight audiences with infectious songs and exotic world instruments have earned him 3 Parents' Choice Awards in the US, 7 CFMAs out of 14 nominations, Best Children's Entertainer at Festivals and Events Ontario, and 4 Juno Award nominations, including Children's Album of the Year.
Hello, my name is Chris McCool, and I perform under my own name. And you also may recognize me as violinist in Sultans of String. But performing for young audiences is my first passion, and I released my first album almost 30 years ago in 1996. That's what we're showcasing today, Earth, Seas, and Air. And check out the hair. Now, since then, I've released a bunch of albums and live shows for K-6, including Celebrate, Holidays of the Global Village, and the Juno-nominated Fiddlefire Project. In that time, I've won 7 CFMAs and 4 Juno nominations for my work with kids and adults. I was just inducted into the Burlington Performing Arts Centre Hall of Fame, hit the Billboard World Music Charts, and currently nominated with Sultans of String for Performing Artist of the Year at the Folk Music Ontario Conference. And what I love most is to share this passion for music as well as social issues with young people. So a few years ago, with Earth, Seas, and Air, we broke the world record for the largest bicycle bell orchestra, along with Mayor Miller and 800 of our closest friends. And there's nothing I love more than to see kids up on stage playing their guts out in front of their parents and peers. We have so much fun together. So here's a couple of clips from Earth, Seas, and Air at the ROM this past Family Day.
Rivers, lakes, and seas. Rivers, lakes, and seas. Oh, how I love the rivers, lakes, and seas. Rivers, lakes, and seas. Rivers, lakes, and seas. How I love the rivers, lakes, and seas. Clapping. Cheekers. Hero. My part. The drum. Give them a hand.
Now, Earth, Seas, and Air is an opportunity for me to share my love of the natural environment and the passion for it, while also exposing young people to global groove music. Here's another tune.
We must take care of our earth, seas, and air. Yeah, chant it with me. We must take care of our earth, seas, and air. Let's hear you sing it now. We must take care. chair. Big hand for the rhythm band!
Now, I do perform as a solo artist, but most of the time I'm working with Kevin and Drew, my good buddies from Sultans, because they're so groovalicious. Here we are in a school.
B is for bicycle. I is for icicle. C is for cycle. Y is for Wycle. CLE. I'd like you all to put your hands in front of you and pretend that you're pedaling your environmentally friendly, non-polluting green machine, earth happy way of getting around, way better than taking your car, your bicycle. Pedal, 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 faster, 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 even faster, 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 getting faster, 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 faster. I have a bicycle.
Now that show, Earth Season Air, is definitely like K to 5, K to 6, but we've got shows for all ages from K to 12 and love performing in every kind of venue from PACs to community venues. For smaller series, we can even bring the whole sound system. We do workshops, we've got teacher's guides, some of the shows are totalement en français, and we have grant funding for a publicist and social media manager to work as your partner to fill your hall. Now those of you who have seen my larger stage shows know we love amplifying the voices of new Canadians and Indigenous artists. And for those bigger shows, we can bring our own tech and in-ear monitor system. So thank you so much to Ontario Presents and you for listening. It's really an honor to be with you today. And I look forward to seeing you in the music. Thank you so much.
Up next, Green Thumb Theatre is a force within the field of theatre for young audiences across the country and beyond. Based in Vancouver, BC, they have a nearly 50-year history of touring high-caliber work that reflects the kinds of issues audiences may be curious about or grappling with themselves but do not know how to talk about. Green Thumb is proud to be presenting The Shape of a Girl by award-winning playwright Joan McLeod. This is a celebrated one-person show that has had hundreds of productions worldwide. As relevant now as when it first premiered, it highlights 15-year-old Brady, who is tracking her complicity in the violent harassment of a schoolmate. This show has a touring company of 2 people, 1 actor and 1 stage manager, and works as well in a theater, as a gym, or a school auditorium.
Hi, I'm Anita Roshan. I'm the artistic director at Green Thumb Theatre. I joined this company because I was inspired by their track record of developing, producing, and touring original work that speaks to the lived realities of young people. We believe that children and teens deserve to see high-quality professional theater that doesn't pander, but reflects the full experience of being a young person in today's world. Over the past almost 5 decades, we have performed for over 4 million young people, stimulating debate, critical thinking, and problem solving. We try and encourage young people to be active members of their community, and we try and make sure that our shows are as thought-provoking as they are entertaining. A great example of this is The Shape of a Girl by Joan McLeod. This piece was written in the aftermath of 6 teenagers being convicted in the violent murder of 14-year-old Rena Verk. In her remarkable one-person show, Joan McLeod was able to capture the way this huge national news story affected one girl, one 15-year-old girl, Brady. As Brady looks to her own peer group and her friends, she sees some similarities to the national news story, some similarities that disturb her.
When I look at her picture, when I look at the picture of the dead girl in the paper, part of me gets it. And I hate it that I do. I hate to be even partly composed of that sort of information. But right now, if you put me in a room filled with girls my age, who I've never seen before in my life, I could divide them all up. I could decide who goes where and just where I fit in without anyone even opening their mouth. They could be from this island, they could be from Taiwan. It doesn't matter. Nobody would have to say a word. I could have divided up a room like that when I was in grade 2. Unbelievable, grade 2. I look at the girl, the picture of the girl who did it, The one in Victoria who held her head underwater until all was quiet. The one who held a smoke in one hand and held the girl under with the other, her foot on her back. She bragged about it. Maybe she made the telling of it into a joke because she doesn't know how else to try it out. Did you hear the one about... Maybe she just snapped. I do that. I look at the picture again. She's a regular girl. A girl in the shape of a monster. A monster in the shape of a girl.
I think the reason why this play continues to resonate with audiences worldwide is the nuanced and totally not prescriptive way that Brady understands that silence can equal complicity. What resonates for me is how the play pulls no punches. It sticks in your heart and your guts. And I love how it knows how smart teenage audiences are. Green Thumb is proud to be presenting The Shape of a Girl by Joan McLeod, set to tour in the fall of 2025.
Please welcome L'Aubergine, a renowned company based in Quebec City, Canada. Founded in 1974, L'Aubergine has become one of the pioneering youth theater companies in Canada. Known for its unique blend of clowning, circus arts, and music. Tonight, they present Là-bas, a delightful journey with three inseparable characters who traverse through unpredictable road of life, facing whimsical and comical adventures together. Directed by Veronica Macdessi Warren, this show highlights the themes of friendship, solidarity, and resilience. Prepare to be charmed by this quirky trio as they bring a sense of warmth, humor, and a touch of delightful madness to the stage.
Hello everyone, I'm Raphaël Fréchette, the Head of Distribution and Market Development for L'Aubergine.
And I'm Émilie Vachon, General Manager of the company. Today, we're thrilled to take you on a new journey to our latest creation, Là-bas, a show that we're convinced will take a special place in your programming. For the creation of Là-bas, we had a clear destination in mind. To create a show where mutual support, solidarity, and brotherly love would be at the heart of the adventure.
Là-bas is an odyssey of camaraderie and complicity, carried by a trio of colorful characters. Mini, the mischievous and agile one. Maxi, the strong and protective pilot. And Myum, the sensitive and generous player. These three characters, both charming and eccentric, take the audience on a series of adventures full of surprises and touching moments. The show stands out because of its lack of words, offering a purely visual and emotional experience, accessible to all audiences. Only one sequence, featuring a GPS voice, introduces a brief dialogue, and it's currently being translated, ensuring accessibility for all.
L'Aubergine has always been on a mission to take the imaginations of young and old on a journey by creating and sharing professional clown theater productions. With Là-bas, we continue this legacy by exploring new horizons, seamlessly blending circus arts, music, and movement techniques. This approach allows us to push the boundaries of creativity while staying true to our commitment to innovation, quality, and refinement. L'Aubergine's artistic achievements have been recognized many times over the years. In 2023, Là-bas was awarded the Best Youth Show by the Quebec Association of Theatre Critics, and our company received the Tribute Award at Rideau.
We have toured several times throughout Ontario, performing in venues both in the north and south. Our optimal audience capacity is 400 people. Well adapted to technical realities of all size venue, we can perform in professional theaters, school gyms, or community centers. In order to facilitate planning and maximize the impact of Là-bas with your audiences, we've also set up a dedicated section on our website. There you will find everything you need: technical specification, educational material, promotional content, and various clips. By the end of this year, the show will have been performed at least 80 times, and we invite you to embark on this journey with us and program là-bas into your venue. It's a unique opportunity to take your audience on a journey through a show that is funny, moving, and deeply human, leaving a lasting impression on hearts and minds. Enjoy the trailer!
Je suis ici. Trouvez-moi. Votre position, ici. Votre destination, là-bas. Tournez à gauche. L'autre gauche. Tournez à droite sur le boulevard Christian-Pantin. Prendre la bretelle située à votre gauche. Le trafic est plus dense qu'à l'habitude. Recalcule.
Rolling Moves is a contemporary circus experience from our next artists duo, Eric and Krista, that explores the endless possibilities of movement. Starring the exceptional talents of Krista Wilson and Eric Santos from the Kitchener-Waterloo region, this show pushes the boundaries of what the human body can express through emotion, motion, and wheels. Rolling Moves dives deep into the fluidity and power of movement, combining breathtaking acrobatics and ground-based circus skills. Duo Eric and Krista guide the audience through a dynamic narrative where every roll, twist, and leap becomes a visual symphony of strength and grace. The performance challenges the traditional notions of movement, transforming it into an art form that is as expressive as it is physical. It's a celebration of the kinetic energy that drives us all.
Hello, Ontario Presents. I am Krista Wilson, born and raised in Southern Ontario. And this is my husband and acrobatic partner.
I'm Eric Santos, and I was born and raised in São Paulo, Brazil.
And together we are duo Eric and Krista. We are a circus and acrobatic duo. We've been performing around the world for how long?
For around 10 years, I would say.
Yes. We've worked on cruise ships in Dubai and toured Brazil, and we are here in Canada to present this show to you. We are passionate about circus, and it's as a medium for storytelling, its ability to spark creativity and imagination in anyone who watches. And this show, Rolling Moves, is all about imagination and creativity and making the impossible possible. So we perform multiple different circus disciplines, as you can see with some of the apparatus around me. And this show we call Rolling Moves because it's all about rolling on wheels and bike tires and sear wheel and lots of different partner acrobatics.
So what's the requirements for the show? What do we need? What the space we need?
Yes, excellent question, Eric. So this show requires 7 meters by 7 meters or 24 feet by 24 feet of a smooth, flat, dry surface. So that could be a stage in a theater, a gymnasium, an auditorium, really anything that's a smooth, flat surface. We can perform this show indoors or outdoors. Outdoors, we would need a stage, as grass or asphalt or even carpet is really not appropriate for this show. But the show is 30 minutes, and we have it all set up on a program that you can just hit play and the show goes. We even have a sound system available if you don't have one. And it's super easy to travel with this show as it's just the two of us, and the whole show fits in our car. We're based in the Kitchener-Waterloo region of Southern Ontario.
Is there anything you want to share? Do we offer workshops?
We do offer workshops. This show is geared to ages 4 and up to the young at heart, and we offer workshops for ages 6 to 18 and adults. And we can offer those workshops in partner acrobatics, ground-based acrobatics, or a creativity workshop.
Do we offer them for professional artists as well?
We do offer them for professional artists if that's something that you're interested in. And the show is really flexible. We can meet your needs in terms of artistry or length of the show. We can also help you with any technical requirements. Just reach out and we'll be as flexible as possible. We also have 2 other shows that we are offering, and we're ready to tour in October 2024 and into 2025.
I think that's all. I hope we enjoy our teaser.
Yes, check out our teaser.
Watch me dance, dance the night away. My heart could be burning, but you won't see it on my face. Watch me dance, dance the night away. I'll still keep the party running, I won't get out of place. Lately, I've been moving close to the edge, still be looking my best. I stay on the beat, you can count on me, I ain't missing no steps. 'Cause every romance shakes and it bends, don't give a damn.
High five. Yes.
Very nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very nice. Amazing. Thank you so much. Dance, dance the night away. My heart could be burning, but you won't see it on my face. Watch me dance, dance the night away. I'll still keep the party running, I won't get out of place. When my heart breaks.
Our next presentation today comes from Scapegoat Carnival. Scapegoat is an award-winning, artist-driven theater company in Montreal, whose body of work primarily reflects the collaboration between actor-director Alison Darcy and playwright-director Joseph Schrag, whose multidisciplinary creations are made from a desire to produce wildly imaginative and impactful live performances. Whether writing new works or adapting from the repertoire, they strive for theater to be unruly, visceral, and authentic shared experience. As a stalwart of independent theater, Scapegoat is devoted to working bilingually across cultural and linguistic lines. Please note that VERTIP can be programmed for adults as well. It is not considered exclusively a TYA production.
Hello, my name is Alison Darcy. I am the co-artistic director of Scapegoat Carnival, an independent theater company in Tiohtià:ke, otherwise known as Montreal, on the unceded lands of the Kanien'kehá:ka Nation. Scapegoat Carnival is a contemporary, bilingual, multidisciplinary theater company with a strong interest in puppetry. We are currently touring our original production, VERTIP. It's a French language production with English surtitles, and it features an actor and a wonderful cast of wooden, handcrafted puppets. The text deals with themes of anti-Semitism within folkloric traditions, and it's suitable for ages 10 and up. Several years ago, at Quebec City's International Winter Festival, there was an ice sculpture contest, and mixed in with the usual snow-carved moose was an ice sculpture of a hunched figure, bearded, hook-nosed, wearing a skull cap and clutching a money sack. Audiences warmly received the submission until a visiting Montreal family recognized the ethnic stereotype as a Jewish moneylenderer, an anti-Semitic trope that's plagued Jewish people since the Middle Ages. A controversy ensued. The artist defended the work, saying that it grew out of the Vertip, a Slavonic Christmas puppet show that depicted the nativity scene and characters such as the Cossack soldier and the Jew. Inspired by that, we created Vertip, a tragic comedy about a puppeteer living in a community center basement where he performs the annual Christmas puppet show, the Vertip, until Zid, the Jewish moneylender puppet, begins to move on his own, shaking his bag of coins. Concerned that Zid will ruin the show, the puppeteer secretly orders the Cossack soldier puppet to eliminate Zid, but his plan goes awry. The play addresses anti-Semitic symbolism in European folklore to raise questions about what to do with problematic traditions. At the same time, the piece creates an understanding for the main character, who lives on the margins, unaware of the hurtful imagery within his family's heritage. As Jewish artists of Eastern European descent, we notice anti-Semitism that's not always recognized by non-Jews. Dog whistles from the far right or unexamined cultural icons can be subtle or mistaken for harmless fun. No. Our piece playfully deconstructs these codes through puppetry and humor. Our collaborator, Sasha Samara, who, as a Ukrainian immigrant, remembers seeing the Vertip as a young man, performs the title role beautifully. Vertip was developed with support from Infinite Theatre, the Cole Foundation, the Canada Council for the Arts, the Conseil des Arts et des Lettres de Québec, and the Conseil des Arts de Montréal. It premiered at the International Puppet Festival, Festival de Castellier, in March of 2023, and then toured to Montreal to sold-out audiences. The play is performed in French, with English surtitles available upon request. It can be performed in Ukrainian or Russian as well. It's approximately 50 minutes long, and it's best received in an intimate setting with under 100 audience members. Our team on tour consists of a stage manager, our main performer puppeteer, and an assistant stage manager who also has a little cameo. The set can be transported in the trunk of an average-sized car, and it's mounted and struck by the production members within a few hours. It can be performed inside a traditional theater, in an unconventional space, or outdoors. The performance space can be as small as 12 foot by 12 foot or fitted to a traditional stage. Vertip was written in English by Joseph Schrag and translated into French by Liliane Gourjean-Moisson. I was the director. Our puppet director and creator was Zach Fraser, and Sasha Samar played the role of Vertip, with a cameo by Leslie Velasquez. Thank you for taking time to consider Vertip. We really hope to collaborate with you in the future.
Our last young audience presentation for the evening is Montreal-based Umbra Fall, whose work sparks whimsical imagination of both young and old. Since 2005, the company has toured and performed over 600 times in Canada, France, Serbia, South Korea, Ukraine, and USA, while exploring the crossroads where puppet, shadow, and object theater meet while delving into our fears and taboos. The wordless show unfolds to the rhythm of ever-changing seasons through a playful use of puppets, shadow theater, live double bass, and the diffusion of sense. Pomelo is an enveloping experience.
Hi, my name is Maude Garot, and I'm the artistic director of Ombre Folle Company based in Montreal, Quebec. I'm very happy to make this video today to present our lovely show for young audience, Pomelo. But first, I'd like to tell a few words about our company. Ombre Folle Theatre Company creates shows that spark the whimsical imagination of both young and old. The company is actively engaged in the development of contemporary puppetry as well as theater for young audience, while delving into our fears, failings, and taboos. Our shows present a luminous and inventive vision of the world. Ombre Folle has created 9 shows and performed over 600 times in Canada and abroad. Now, I'm here to present our show for young audience, Pomelo. Pomelo is a theatrical adaptation of a children's book, this one, by Ramona Badescu and Benjamin Shaw. Pomelo is a tiny pink elephant born under a dandelion in a garden. With humor and sensitivity, Pomelo discovers the world around him before experiencing the shock of fall's arrival. And then, oh my, it's winter. Beyond his distress, Pomelo uses his ability to adapt with creativity. This show unfolds to the rhythm of the ever-changing seasons. Through a playful use of puppetry, shadow theater, live music, and scents, this show is an enchanting and enveloping experience for ages 3 and up. Pomelo is a wordless show, which means that it can be presented in any community by reaching a very diverse audience. Pomelo is also a self-supporting show, and it can be presented in almost any venues, from traditional theaters to community halls. Before or after the show, we can do workshops with children, and we also have a study guide for the school groups. I really hope that next year, our adorable pink elephant will make a big tour in all of your venues. If you have any questions, please contact my colleague, Maxime Isabelle, our booking manager. This pitch will end with the video teaser of Pomelo, so it's now time for me to say goodbye, and I really hope to meet you all very soon. Bye!
Unfortunately, that brings us to the end of the second showcase of the 2024 Virtual Networking Series. We hope that you enjoyed all of the work shown today and that you'll join us again tomorrow for the final collection of our multidisciplinary artists. If you're looking for more information about the artists from today's showcase, or if you're eager to learn more about tomorrow's artists, please check the digital handout or visit our website, ontariopresents.ca. If you're eager to learn more about Ontario Presents and our block booking program, email us at info@ontariopresents.ca, and we would be happy to give you some more information. Thank you to our funders, the Department of Canadian Heritage, the Ontario Arts Council, and Canada Council for the Arts. A very warm thank you to you for joining us, and a very special thank you to all of our artists and agents without whom today's showcase would not be possible. We'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. and 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a final multidisciplinary showcase, so grab a colleague and make plans for a watch party for the last 15 spectacular VNS artists. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we hope to see you again tomorrow.